There's a buzz in the air right now, and it's only something wrestling fans can feel because it's WrestleMania weekend coming up. And it's not only WrestleMania, it's WrestleMania 40. The Rock's going to be a part of it. We get appearances from maybe the likes of John Cena, Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin. There's all these rumors around. It's the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. Triple H pulling the show. It's going to be great. Certain winners and losers could make people a little bit bitchy, but that's the nature of the beast. You don't always get what you want, and I hope people realize that going into this WrestleMania season that they're not going to get everything they want, because it's impossible to please everyone. But we should just sit back and enjoy the moment, because for the first time in a long time, it's exciting to be a wrestling fan. And WrestleMania 40, I'm jacked. I'm pumped up for this event. I don't know about you guys. So for the next little bit here, I'm going to preview the matches for Saturday night and Sunday night. And I'm going to tell you my predictions. For Survivor Series, my predictions went perfect. War Games. At Royal Rumble, I think I got 4 out of 6. I think I was in the 60-70% win bracket, so I didn't do as great at the Royal Rumble, but we'll see what I do out of 13 at WrestleMania 40. If there are any matches added for this event, I will talk about that in my SmackDown review, and I'll go over any matches predictions, such as the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I will predict the Andre the Giant Battle Royal to make it technically out of 14. I'll say Andrade gets the win there. So that's my prediction that's the bonus one. It's 13 matches plus a bonus. That's the bonus. So technically it'll be out of 14. So I'll say that for Friday Night SmackDown. But if they add any other matches on SmackDown in my SmackDown review, that's when I'll finish the predictions. But I think these are the matches that are sealed for the event, for the live event anyway. I don't know about the kickoff show or anything like that. First, I just want to say, if you're new to my channel, please hit like and subscribe. It would help out the algorithm, and it would help my channel grow. It's a newer wrestling channel. This is my first WrestleMania with doing a channel, so I'm excited for that reason as well. I'll have my WrestleMania 40 Night 1 and Night 2 review up within an hour or two after the show goes off the air, so be sure to tune into my WrestleMania review. It's going to be a good one, obviously, because it's WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania 40, the first one on the channel, as I said. So let's go over match by match here. Let's go over Saturday night and Sunday night, and let's talk about the matches, and let's talk about who we think we're going to win and why. Let's kick it off with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio, going against the Deadbeat Dad, the former members of the LWO. I could see a gang brawl here. I could see both teams coming in, LWO, Legado del Fantasma, even maybe the Judgment Day. This one could swing either way. I'll say Santos and Dirty Dom get the win with the help from the Judgment Day and Legado del Fantasma, as that's 2 groups to 1, the LWO. I think they outman them, and I think that'll help Santos and Dominic get the win. I could see Dirty Dom getting the victory over Rey Mysterio, over the Deadbeat Dad, taking out LWO in the process. So I go with the heels here. Santos and Dominic get the victory. Next up, we got Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill taking on Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, and Damage Control. I don't see Damage Control winning here. They're not going to have Cargill lose her first match, not in the Rumble, and also Bianca will continue her Mania winning streak this way. I can't see them losing. Maybe if it was Naomi and Bianca, or Naomi and Jade Cargill, and that's no shot to Naomi. It's just she's the wild card in this match, because she doesn't, I'm not going to say she doesn't need the win, but she's not the main priority for the company, unfortunately, because she's supremely talented. But when you're talking about Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, those are your 2 aces in your division, right? Naomi's not quite on that level, and if she was going against Damage Control, I would normally predict Damage Control, but since it is Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair on one team, hard to bet against that. Hard to say that they're going to make Jade Cargill, with all this build, come in and not only lose in the Rumble match, but lose in her first match too at WrestleMania as well. Can't see it happening. So Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill win the 6-woman tag, and that makes 1 heel for the win for the night and 1 face win for the night. Plus the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, that's a heel there too. I think Andrade's a heel. He's coming off as a heel anyway. So those are the first 3 predictions. 2 on the actual PLE at night. Next up, we got the 6-pack ladder match. I'm just doing this in order of what I wrote down. This is not obviously the order. No one knows the order of what the event. However, I do predict the ladder match will go 2nd or 3rd on the opening, or no, I should say 1st or 2nd on opening night. They usually kick off matches back when they have the Money in the Bank. They usually kicked off WrestleManias with Money in the Bank matches, or they'd put it second. I think it's going to go second or first on night one. They usually love the big spot fests and the "This is awesome" chants and the big spots. They like to get that in early to kick off a WrestleMania and go, what a night this is. Also, I just want to say something about WrestleMania moments. They are so much better when they're not contrived and not forced. From Michael Cole on commentary, you guys know what I'm talking about when he says this is a WrestleMania moment. It takes away from the WrestleMania moment. The WrestleMania moments in the past that didn't have the commentators going, this is a WrestleMania moment, were moments because they didn't have the guy saying this is a moment. It's fine to say that phrase right there would be fine. This is a moment. Like, this is a moment in time. That's a good phrase. But to just claim, oh, he got his WrestleMania moment, this is a WrestleMania moment, it takes away from the moment. I don't know about you guys. That's how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. So I hope they limit that a little bit. So the six-pack ladder match for the undisputed, I had to get that off my chest. For the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles, the Judgment Day versus the Awesome Truth versus DIY versus New Day versus New Catch Republic versus A-Town Under. This is a lot harder than it looks because I still predict the Judgment Day to retain, but I just don't know if the image of R-Truth grabbing those titles in front of the Judgment Day at WrestleMania, popping the crowd, if they're going to give up an opportunity like that. That's the question. Are they going to make R-Truth get his big payback at WrestleMania against the Judgment Day and make the Awesome Truth the tag champs? If they do, I could see them dropping the titles the very next night on Raw. Similar to how Zack Ryder did when he won that IC title ladder match, and then he just dropped it to The Miz, I think, the next night. Ironically, The Miz is in this match with R-Truth. So that is my only if. So I'm going to pick the Judgment Day, but if the Awesome Truth do win, I'll remember I said that, and I'll probably kick myself later. But I'll say the Judgment Day win here. And that's another thing. In my WrestleMania reviews, I'm definitely keeping track of my predictions, so I'll talk about my predictions, the score, and once we go there. And if you guys have predictions of your own for all these matches, it doesn't take long in the comment section to just type them out, so that'd be cool too, because they won't go anywhere, and then we can come back to these videos, and I'll mention you guys in the comments if your predictions did better than mine or whatever. I'll mention your name in the comments, or I'll mention the comments in the next video after the WrestleMania review, and I'll talk about who did well for the predictions, because I don't know how confident I am with that tag team match, but overall with the other ones, I'm pretty decently confident. We'll see the next match, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. We'll see with this one. It's really up in the air. Jay's the bigger name, Jay's better, but is he gonna get the win? I don't know, because I think they're gonna give the win to the weaker one just to make them more even. So I'll go with Jimmy Uso here. I think Jimmy needs the win more, and the WWE might make Jimmy win because he's the Uso in the main event. Because one Uso is labeled main event, I should say. The other is in the bloodline, and it just makes more sense for Jay to win. However, this company doesn't go with what makes more sense. They go with who needs the win more. I'm thinking Solo costs Jay the match or something along those lines, but I'll pick Jimmy Uso to go over Jey Uso. I know that's kind of an upset. But I think WrestleMania is full of upsets and turns and swerves and all that kind of good stuff. So I think Jimmy will get the win there. Triple H likes to book heels strong, and I think this is going to be a night where heels retain a lot. Speaking of that, let's go to the next match. Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. This is one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most. Great build. Love the build. Love the Chad Gable aspect. Gunther is gonna win. Will Gable screw over Sami Zayn in the process? Will that be a swerve? Don't know, but I do believe Gunther's reign continues for now. Not sure how much longer, but he'll retain, I'll say. It'd make for a great WrestleMania moment if Zayn was standing tall at the end as the man that finally beat Gunther with everyone cheering. That's a moment WrestleMania is all about. I just think they're gonna... I just think they're going to go with Gunther just because I don't think they're done with his reign. I could see maybe being done with his reign at SummerSlam. Everyone's saying in the community that Gunther needs to go into the world title division. Well, not quite yet, maybe, because depending what they do with Seth and Drew, the world title scene, is going to be around Seth, Drew, CM Punk, and such. Maybe Cody if he doesn't win. There is going to be around those guys for the next few months. So I don't think Gunther's ready quite yet to be in that world title picture, even though he could be. So I say Gunther maybe loses at SummerSlam rather than WrestleMania, but I don't know who against. I'm thinking maybe Chad Gable screws Sami Zayn and we get a mini feud out of Gable and Zayn in the meantime, so that distracts people and Gunther keeps his title, and maybe we have like a triple threat at WrestleMania Backlash, or maybe we have a triple threat down the road at Money in the Bank or something between these three guys for the IC title. Or Gable just continues to be a support unit for Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn gets the win at SummerSlam in a rematch. I don't know what it's going to be or what it's going to take, but I think Gunther's going to retain here at WrestleMania. It would be a great moment if Sami Zayn won. I kind of hope, as a fan, Sami Zayn wins. But business-wise, I can understand why Triple H would make Gunther retain. And I like Gunther's reign as well. So as a fan, yeah, Sami Zayn, and for a legit moment, that would be a great WrestleMania moment. But I'm going to go with Gunther. It sucks to say that. I was hesitating a little bit, but I'm going to go with Gunther there. All right, Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. I'll say that Ripley retains. We could all see Becky win, and this is what I mean about Triple H liking to book dominant heel champions. We got Gunther, we got Roman Reigns, right? We got Rhea Ripley. The Judgment Day, they're all holding these titles as heels in all dominant fashion. I think Rhea Ripley's going to continue her reign. We could all see Becky winning, but I really don't think she needs the win. She remains over, and she's the man, with or without the title. Rhea would too, but I don't think they're ready to end Rhea's reign. So I'll go with Ripley defending the belt here successfully, just like Gunther. So Gunther and Rhea Ripley both retain, is what I'm saying. And now we get to the main event for night one, for Saturday night. The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Interesting one here. Not easy to predict. A lot of people say that this is the easiest match to predict. I disagree. I don't think it's the hardest match to predict, but I think it's a hard one. It's definitely challenging. I'll just say this when I predict this match here. More adversity leads to more triumph. This is why I think The Rock and Roman win this one. Don't think Seth eats the L. I don't think he'll get pinned in the match. I think Cody will, to add to more adversity. But I think Cody does, adding doubt to whether he can win the big one or not. And with bloodline rules, that makes the stakes a little bit higher that way. Plus, it adds more intrigue. It adds more elements. Yeah, the bloodline will be involved, but who else will be involved on Cody's side? It adds more mystery. It's funner than just no bloodline. I mean, just a basic one-on-one match. It's not fun. It's fun for chaos to happen. So I think Roman and Rock get the victory here. Whether it's The Rock pinning Cody or Roman pinning Cody, I'm not sure. This is one of the two matches I think Seth is going to lose. I think maybe they have Roman pin Cody because then on night two they'll say they'll be in his head. Roman's already pinned Cody once, right? Plus, it just adds to more, like I said, adversity and triumph if it's bloodline rules. How on earth will Cody ever get a win like this? That's the question that should be asked for night two. It shouldn't just be, oh, it's no bloodline, so now Cody's going to get a good chance. I mean, that could happen, but I just don't see it. I don't see the point. So, yeah, I'm going to go with The Rock and Roman Reigns for night one main event. So that's another heel. So I'm probably going to be wrong on a few of these because I'm predicting heel. I mean, there's got to be some face win out of Sami Zayn and Gunther and Roman and Rhea and Becky and Judgment Day. I'm predicting pretty much all heels. Not going to be that way for Sunday night all the way. You'll see in just a second. But you would think that they got to make some faces win on night one. So I'm definitely going to be wrong probably about one or two of those because they can't just have heels win every match. They have to split it up a little bit. So what is the one match that could go the other way? to make sure faces. I'll say Sami Zayn and Gunther. I'll say that's the one match that if I could change one match or get a freebie or a pass for being wrong, that's the match I'd go back to. I'd say Sami Zayn beats Gunther and gets a big pop and one of the faces do win. But I'm not changing my pick. I'm just saying that's the one where if I had to go back, and because it's a heel dominant show, so if I had to go back and change one, that's the one I'd go back and change. But for my official prediction, am I changing it? No. I still am picking Gunther. I'm not going to do that. That's cheating. All right. So Sunday night, night 2, here we go. We got 6 more matches to go. And like I say, if there's any more matches, Friday Night SmackDown review, we'll do it then. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins against the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, Akam and Razor, the Authors of Pain. 6-man tag. Figured they were going for a 6-man tag in this one. I think the Final Testament goes over as they're a new stable in town. They don't want to look weak in the jump. 6-man tag's pretty simplistic. The new guys go over. Final Testament gets the victory. They look stronger as a stable. Pretty simple. Maybe the most predictable match outside this one right here of the night. Should be anyway. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. This one is more predictable in my opinion. Not many are... I just can't see the reason why AJ Styles would ever beat LA Knight right now. I just can't see why. I mean, yeah, AJ hasn't been booked very good, but at the same time, how can they're sticking LA Knight in this upper mid-card feud? This is a perfect opportunity to push LA Knight more. LA Knight gets the victory over AJ Styles, so there's a good face win there for WrestleMania that needs faces to win. I say that as I go into my next match with another heel retaining their title, in my opinion. Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. I just gave away who I said is going to win this one. So Logan Paul retaining the title here is the least likely scenario in a 3-way coming in, which is why I think he does it. Whether he gets help from his new business friends or his wrestling friends or even his brother, who the hell knows. I just see Logan Paul retaining the title here with those knucks while either Orton or Owens is out of it. The other gets hit with those knucks, and Paul leaves Philly still the U.S. champion. That's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting Logan Paul comes out of this and brags more than ever. Maybe we get a heel turn by KO or somebody. Maybe we get a feud between Orton and Owens after this. I don't know what happens, but I know that I'm predicting Logan Paul to retain. So that's just another heel retaining that I'm predicting. I know it's a trend, and it's not going to be all that way. I mean, WrestleMania 2000 back in 2000, obviously. WrestleMania 16 back in 2000, they made heels win. I think China and Too Cool in a 6-man tag was the only face win of that entire night. I'm pretty sure. And there wasn't a singles match on the entire card outside that Terry Cat match. So they do events where all heels win. I mean, but it's been years. It's been, 24 years since then? Yeah. So I predict Logan Paul to retain the U.S. title for the reasons I just said. We'll see what comes of that, but I could just see Logan Paul escaping with the title, similarly to how Orton did in a triple threat against Triple H and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24, I believe, where Orton snuck out the champion even though he wasn't supposed to. Next up, we got the Royal Rumble winner Bayley taking on Io Sky. I mean, here's a face victory. Bayley, she gets her revenge, her big WrestleMania moment. Again, I talk about WrestleMania moments, but I'm not calling them WrestleMania moments on the show, so I'm allowed to say that. Michael Cole, you can't, because that takes away from the moment itself. But yeah, this one would be big for Bayley. She's held off WrestleMania in the year she won the PWI Wrestler of the Year. She was held off the WrestleMania card that year, which was BS. And she was one of the most talented wrestlers in the world, and she's just hosting WrestleMania in glasses going ding dong. Like, you can use Bayley a lot better, and great. She tried to run Damage Control. Now she's out, and she's doing her thing on her own, and she's going to prove she's powerful than ever, and she's going to win the Rumble, which she did, and she's going to go to WrestleMania and beat Io Sky and become the new champion. I think a lot of people are confident with that pick. Bayley gets the victory. So I predict a face there. Next up, we got Rollins and McIntyre. Before I made these predictions, I had it in my mind that Drew was winning, no doubt, given the Mania moment in front of the fans that he wanted years ago. However, with Triple H being sentimental to that kind of thing, I could see this happening. However, after predicting Seth to lose in night 1, is he really going to lose two WrestleMania main events on the 2 nights? Is Seth Rollins really going to lose 2 main events in 2 nights? I don't know. I guess logistically he would come back from that by saying that maybe he came back from injury too soon so he could protect himself that way. But still, I would stay with McIntyre winning, but I'm less sure of that now that I have all these heels winning and Rollins losing on night 1. Since I'm predicting it that way, I'm a little less sure on Drew winning that way, but also I'm a little afraid to pick Drew, but I am going to pick Drew. CM Punk, hopefully he gets involved and he costs one of these guys the belt. Too bad he can't cost them both the belt. That would be great if you could cost both these guys the title, but he can't. Up next, we got the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, the Big Daddy. This is the big one. Did I just call this the Big Daddy? The granddaddy of them all, that's what I was saying. This is why predictions are so fun, because this should be easy as hell to predict. Cody obviously wins, right? Not so fast. I was thinking this was going to be the most obvious prediction of the night, but there are actual theories that going around that Roman Reigns could still continue his reign. I'll stick with Cody winning this. I am, however, fine either way, and I know a lot of fans aren't like that. A lot of fans want Cody or nothing. Last year, people were saying Cody or bust. So imagine what they're saying this year, Cody or bust. But I honestly, after watching the last few Raws and SmackDowns, I could see a world where Roman Reigns is still champion. So I'm not going to be incredibly shocked if he wins, and I'm not going to be mad if he wins. I know he doesn't show up all the time, but neither did Hulk Hogan back when he was in that reign. I know it's a long time ago, and a lot of people probably don't even remember that, but he didn't show up all the time. It's more prestigious when a world champion just shows up every month or so. As long as he's defending at most events, most PLE events, then I'm okay with Roman Reigns being champion. If he's going to take off 2 or 3 PLE events in a row, then I'm not okay with him being champion. So that's basically how I feel about that match. What's my prediction? I've gone back and forth, and while it wouldn't surprise me if Roman wins, I'm picking Cody here. There's a lot of heels winning in my predictions. This one's going to end with a good, so they're going to end on a face winning note. He's going to finish his story. They get the pyro, they get the fireworks, they get the confetti, they get all that, balloons. Yeah, I don't know where they go with Roman if he loses, but I'm picking Cody, and God, it's like picking teeth right now, or like pulling out teeth. It's hard for me to say that because in my mind, in my booking mind, where I think about Triple H with his dominant heel reigns, there's something inside me going, don't pick Cody. But I just got to pick Cody, right? He won at War Games. He won the Rumble. They're booking him as if he's going to win at WrestleMania 40. So, I mean, he got the winning pinfall at War Games. So, like that, they're predicting. I'm predicting Cody. It's hard for me to just stay on one, but yeah, Cody Rhodes. This isn't for money or anything, so I shouldn't be. I'm kind of a compulsive gambler, and I recommend that to nobody. Nobody should gamble, let alone compulsively gamble. I've had a bit of a gambling problem. I'm a lot better these days, but I'm a little bit indecisive with these picks because as a gambler, a little bit decisive with your picks sometimes when you're playing poker or blackjack. So I'm shooting my predictions the same way where I'm like, ooh, should I go in? I don't know. But I got to remind myself this is just fun. This is just predictions. This is just for fun. So I shouldn't be that indecisive. I'll predict Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns, but again, I won't be shocked if he doesn't, like a lot of other people will be. I think a lot of people will be shocked if Roman wins, but I won't be one of those people. I'll just say, oh, I was wrong, but I could see it. I saw it this way, but I was wrong. I could see it being this way. I can't say I could see it this way because that's cheating. You can't pick both things. I'm predicting Cody, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked if it was Roman. So overall, let's go through the picks again. There's 14 with Friday Night Andre the Giant Battle Royal, where I again picked Andrade for that bonus pick. So again, I'm predicting Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio to beat Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. I'm predicting Bianca, Jade, and Naomi to beat Damage Control. I'm predicting the Judgment Day to retain their tag titles. Jimmy Uso to beat Jay. Gunther to retain over Sami Zayn. Rhea Ripley to retain over Becky Lynch. The Rock and Roman to beat Cody and Seth on night 1. Night 2 predictions. I'm predicting the Final Testament to beat Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I'm predicting LA Knight to beat AJ Styles. I'm predicting Logan Paul beats Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I'm predicting Bayley beats Io Sky. I'm predicting Drew McIntyre beats Seth Rollins. And I'm predicting Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns. So those are the 14 predictions. It's going to be out of 14 with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal included. Enjoy the WrestleMania weekend, guys. There's something in the air. It's WrestleMania. That's that feeling that we get. It only comes once a year, and this year there's that X factor because The Rock's involved. It's WrestleMania 40. We're going to get memorable moments. It's a little bit special this year, and it's, like I say, the first one on the channel. So first WrestleMania for me while I've been doing my channel, so it's a big one for me too. So I hope everybody just enjoys the event and comes back to the review. And leave your predictions below. I would like to see other people's predictions as well. All right, I'm Brett Mix for the WrestleMania 40 review preview. I can't talk right now. I got to drink more coffee, I guess. For the WrestleMania 40 preview and predictions, I'm Brett Mix, and I hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania 40. Come back for the review, and we'll have some fun. See you guys next on my SmackDown review. Again, if they add any matches on my SmackDown review, I'll get you there. So that's WrestleMania 40 in my predictions. I'm out. Have a good one, guys.